when a horse dies in our world, they get isekai'd into this and become anime girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Content Mill, the show where four creators from four corners of the internet all get together to talk about what we are playing and what we are making. We have a very, very special episode today brought to you by the one and only Eric, Mr. The Human. Slight tease. It's Mr. on brand.
It's Mr. the Uman today. Thank you.
Yes. Mr. It's very on brand. But before we jump into that, we'll stick with you, Eric. How are you doing today, my friend? How are you?
I'm good. I try to not talk about the topic too much on this show because there's enough of me out there talking about this fucking game. So I try to keep this my actual persona, right? Where I'm talking about Persona, for example, and things of the nature. But I'm doing good. I'm excited to talk about this once and for all unless maybe I convince you guys to play it and then we talk about it later. I have a feeling I'm going to get one person to do it. Just one.
You might get one of us. You might get all of us. Who knows?
If I got all you, I'd be real fucking impressed, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Phil, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing all right. It is. We were talking about this in the pre-show, but it is currently feeling like 14 degrees in the Northeast here. So I'm feeling all right, but a little chilly. Chilly.
Love it. We're getting a little toasty over there too with that warm lighting. I see it, my friend. I see it.
Mixing it up.
Last but not least, Nate, Heroic Headgear. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. It is also 12 degrees outside where I am, but I'm cozy in here because I have a heater and a hoodie. So I'm doing good.
60 degrees over here.
Yeah, could not be me here in sunny California. It's 60 degrees over here. Well, guys, we have a very fun show planned today, as Eric alluded to, but before we get to that, I want to get through our run of the mill housekeeping. Not too much going on, except it's the end of the year, which means we have a lot of really fun content planned coming up in the next few weeks. So if you don't already, make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you give us a subscription here on YouTube. We have a few episodes remaining for the year coming out on the 17th. That is next week. We have our Game of the Year conversation. It's going to be a little bit of a different Game of the Year conversation. Not your everyday run-of-the-mill Game of the Year conversation. It's going to be a little unique, so you just have to tune in to find out what we got cooking. It's going to be very exciting. Then on December 24th, that's Christmas Eve. Couldn't have been a better time. We're going to have our very special holiday extravaganza. Another really special episode that I can't wait for you guys to see. And then on New Year's Eve, December 31st, we're looking at our most anticipated for 2026. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. What are we most stoked about? And if you haven't figured it out by now, the four of us have very different tastes in games. So you're going to have four very different lists in most anticipated titles. It's going to be a really good time to close out the year. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But today, we're not talking about most anticipated. We're not talking about our game. Well, we might be talking about one of our games of the century, to be honest with you.
You'd be surprised where it falls.
Today we're talking horse girls, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know already, our very own resident Eric, Mr. The Human, aka Mr. The Human, plays over on Twitch, where he streams once a week. There's this little game that he's playing. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called Umamusume Pretty Derby. I think I got all that right. Did I pronounce it correctly, Eric?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, horse girls translates to horse girls.
Nailed it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Uma is horse. Musume,
wait, what?
Musume means daughter. Yeah, horse girls.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah, it's literally
it's
horse.
It's gonna
girls.
be an episode of Revelations.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
This whole time I thought we were just being goofy and making jokes.
No, Uma is horse. Like that means horse in Japanese, and then Musume is daughter or girl. So it's horse girls.
Oh my gosh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to take a trip and a half
Phil
into the
is gonna because I just want to real quick. There was a time where Gianni hopped in my fucking stream and I was talking about a horse that had just died in real life. And I was doing a run based off of this horse. And it was at that moment, I'd been playing this game for, I think, 2 months at this point. And Johnny finally realized that these horse girls are based off of real, actual horses.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah, it's incredible. That was one of my favorite moments in chat. He was like, what?
That's right. So today we are going to take a trip into what the hell is going on over on Eric's Twitch streams. Yep. We are going to figure out what this guy's brand is all about. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen and NBs, Eric is a Umamusume streamer. He's probably the best in the biz. If I had to say
top
something.
10% according to Twitch.
He's top 10% on Twitch. Okay. So this man has a brand. Okay. Yep. So we thought that it would be a good idea to figure out what the fuck is going on over in that guy's head and why he loves this Umamusume game so damn much. So I'm gonna present the floor to you, Eric. I'm gonna let you kind of kick us off.
Okay.
I know you've got some questions for us. We've got a lot of questions for you, believe me.
Yeah. I'm here.
But I want to kick things off and hand it to you and ask, how did this start? How did this obsession begin?
Because it was very funny. So it came out in June of this year for global. It was a global release. It originally came out in 2021 in Japan, and then a couple years later in China and Taiwan, I believe. So there's different versions of the game that had come out. The global version is the game that came out in 2021 in Japan. So it is a very weird thing that you'll hear me talk about, is that we knew the schedule of things so we could prepare as global players for what was upcoming. Whereas in normal, this is a gacha game, which is, I think, a very important thing to note. Most of the time you have no idea, like, oh, the best fucking character to ever exist is about right around the corner, but you just spent all of your currency on pulling for this thing and you had no idea. We know what's coming, which is a very interesting thing. So I was planning my summer, what it was going to be. I was like, oh, okay, the Persona mobile game's coming out June 25th or whatever the fuck. I had it preloaded on my phone. I was ready to do it. Then I'm just doing laundry, listening to a podcast called Geekenders, which is Dodger and Jesse Cox. Love it. Great. Then
Great
she starts
podcast.
talking about Dodger starts talking about this game called Umamusume, where you race anime girls that are horses. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And I'm just folding laundry and I'm like, oh, sure, I'll check it out. I download it. And I've played it, I think, every day since then.
Wow.
And never opened Persona, the mobile game, like the Persona 5X, the Phantoms, which I've heard is awful. So yeah, every day for at least like 30 minutes, like check-in kind of thing. It's been wild because it's
a commitment.
It's a commitment.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a commitment, but it's not like, Chris the Nerdlies, Mr. the Nerdlies, as he is now officially.
That's what we refer to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He also plays, but he plays like every couple days and like keeps up, and he's free to play and things like that. So it is, I just enjoy it. That's why I check in because I have a pretty chill job where I have downtime where I can do a run that takes like 30 minutes to do, and that completes all my dailies and stuff like that. It's very similar to how I was back when I was playing Magic. Like I did my arena dailies and all that stuff. It's just like any other like check-in game that you do. And then you have those days where you're like fully locked in and doing as many things as you possibly can. But yeah, that's how I got introduced to it. Never in a million fucking years would I think, oh yeah, the June 2025, the Persona mobile game and a horse girl racing game came out, and I haven't even opened the Persona game. Like, wild situation that happened. But I want to ask you guys, I'm going to start with Phil, because I think he knows a bit more about the game. So what do you know about the game?
So, all right. I'm a little distracted right now.
Why is that? Phil,
what are you looking up? What are you looking up?
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. I can't get the sound to turn off.
Oh god! Are you listening to Umapoy? Oh, did you download it? He fucking downloaded it. I got him already.
He got one. We got one down.
Tell you how hard it was to keep it together. When I glanced over at Discord, And Phil has booted up as we're.
So I'm about to learn
God.
a lot more. But right now, what I know about Umamusume is it seems like I will go off of what I think I have seen. So I guess I know it's real Japanese racehorses.
Correct.
That it seems like a gacha style game.
Correct.
That there is races, but I think that they're more like idle races than like pocket card jockey style play a game while the race happens, right?
Correct.
Okay. And that is it like Horse Academy? Is it a classic? They go to horse girl
kind
school?
of, yes, yeah. Tracing Academy, which is like the training school for Umas. Yeah, so that's the like realm kind of that ties them, like why all of these horse girls are here and interacting with each other. It's not just like, oh yeah, you're from like the outskirts of Japan and you work your way in. Yeah, that's an anime about Umamusume called Cinderella Grey that rips. So go check that out. But that, if you want like the true story of Ogre Cap, which is who I'm wearing, that is literally like she was an outskirts horse that like had no business being in nationals and like worked her way up to becoming like one of the most famous racehorses in Japan. But yeah, so it is just like everyone's at the school and you do idle races. Anything else, you know?
No, like there's like, I guess there's like chit chats between the horses, right? Like there is like story and like campaign stuff, but other than that, no idea.
Okay.
Isn't there like ripping packs too?
Yes, that's the gacha side of things. Is you basically are opening trading card packs. Like you have support cards, which are kind of what you build a deck, a 6-card deck or 5 cards and borrow one, which is nice because you can go like steal somebody's like super high level card. And those cards basically correspond to a stat, and without getting into the minutia of how those cards work and why a card is good and stuff like that, it basically will give you certain skills and give you buffs for when you're doing stat management. Basically, that's what the deck does. And then there's also the kind of cracking packs for the Umas themselves, which is like you do a 10 pull and you get however many out of there. And there's the rare ones, which are 3 stars. You have the uncommon at 2 stars, and then the 1-star ones. Kind of just like any other gacha game if you've ever played. So honestly, it's exactly like a Magic the Gathering thing where you have like the epics and rares, and then the commons and uncommons. So that's a baseline. I might make that that comparison quite a bit. So Nate,
who's the mythic rare?
Mythic rare is typically whatever the newest banner is, which right now, as of today, is Kawakami Princess. And then next week is Manhattan Cafe, which is the one I've been fucking waiting for months. So is that
the one you're always posting? Like,
that started as a joke, and then I get like 3 to 4 followers per post. So I'm like, just keep doing it.
They're all waiting.
Yeah, they're just waiting. I'm like really hoping that when I stream this on the Monday that she comes out, that I'm just like all of a sudden just like flooded, like because it's just like he did it. He's got the guy that's posted her every day for 107 days. Like that is what I'm hoping for. But Nate, so you mentioned cracking packs. What do you know of the game? We've gotten all of the knowledge of Phil so far. And what of that did you know? What is new to you?
That covers it.
Perfect.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And
that's it.
All right, Gianni, how about you?
Yeah, I didn't know the cracking packs. I every time I tune in, and this is just my Twitch tendencies, because when I do have time to Twitch stream or view Twitch streams, I'm usually kind of like in and out of a bunch of other things at the same time between like family stuff. So from like jumping into your streams, seeing your TikTok, and then even collecting B-roll for this podcast, I know that there's some, I knew about like the idle kind of gameplay loop. It seems you're kind of just allowing the game to play in certain regards, but I've also seen that there's some type of, Phil mentioned like conversations between the characters. I think there's some type of like social mechanic, because I've seen conversation. I don't know if that's like a another game or
you're not. So every character. So is that all you know? So I can go into like everything else.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much
Okay.
that's all I mean.
So the
God,
conversation,
everything's on the table at this point.
the conversations that you're seeing is basically every the gist of this game, and that opens up. I think every game, movie, and anime, because there are multiples of all of that, opens up with the story of what Umamusume is, which is, I shit you not, when a horse dies in our world, they get isekai'd into this and become anime girls. Wild.
What?
So this is heaven
Yes.
or hell, depending
Horse
on
heaven.
what- it's
I'm
gonna
not
be
kidding
hell.
you. Basically, from my understanding of what it is, is okay. Yes. What? I'm not fucking kidding, guy.
This is like horse purgatory.
It's not purgatory. They get to
Hold
run
on,
forever.
hold on.
It's definitely
Are
an
they the
apple.
horses?
Yes, there are no horses in the world of Umamusume. Only Umas. Only Umamusume.
Are
Okay,
there
but-
normal people?
Hold
that-
on.
I'm
So, horse dies
In our
Right.
world.
in our world. Our
Yes.
world.
A real
R.I.P.
horse, like a racing
real
horse.
Yes.
Yeah, real horse.
Yeah.
So they die.
A beloved horse, specifically. It has to be like a
Right.
beloved horse.
Wait,
It's the only
there's
way
no
it works.
shitty horses in horse
If you're
heaven.
just a farm horse,
They can't
farm
make it to
horses
the
can just
academy.
get fucked.
Yeah, fuck off.
If you're a regular horse, get the fuck out of here.
There
dude.
is no afterlife for you.
So, beloved
Beloved
racehorse
horses. Yeah.
dies.
Right.
Gets sent to horsey heaven,
Right.
and they get Cinderellaed into high school girls.
Not right away. No. They grow.
Oh, there's an interim
They are fully
step.
born. They are fully born from whether it is a Uma, like all of them are female, right? Even if they're male.
Uh-huh.
And if the horse is a male, they wear their decoration on their right ear. If they're female, they wear it on their left ear. That is literally
yeah.
the only thing. That's how you can tell if a horse was a male or female in the real world.
Uh-huh.
From my understanding, I have no idea if this is proven or not. My understanding is that when a horse dies,
Yep.
basically there's just a fucking chance that the soul of that horse goes into a pregnant woman, and that baby is then
Is this
born in Uma.
Bloodborne?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I shit you
what
not.
is-
I'm pretty sure
What the fuck kind
that's
of
the lore.
Miyazaki bullshit is this?
I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure the soul of the horse goes into it, and that's how that happens. I think there is a case of like normal Umamusume being born as well, because like there are some that become trainers, or they just become like normal citizens basically with like
Uh-huh.
goddamn superpowers because they can lift trucks and shit because they have the strength of a horse.
Sure.
So yeah, that's how they're born. I don't know how they get the names. I don't know if the fucking baby comes out and they're like, yeah, my name's Special Week. What are you going to do about it? Like,
Yeah.
they don't
Okay.
go too much into the lore of that stuff.
There's a little bit of nominative determinism here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you just pop out and that's
Yeah.
what you are.
Yep.
Huh.
So it is an isekai for them.
I
Which is
feel
crazy.
like calling it an isekai is like a leap,
It's-
but I'll go
yeah.
there with
It's
you.
basically an isekai for a dead horse.
So
Title.
yo, this is like Souls-like, dude. This has
Yeah,
to be
it
a
is.
Souls-like game, dude.
Put that on the box.
This has to be a Souls-like. So, are there other? Hold on.
I'm here for it.
Are there other? I'm at like we are genuinely curious
I
because
know.
we see how
This
much you
game is
love
ridiculous. Trust me.
this game, and we're off to like we should have been 3 bullet points past where we're at right now. So
No, I knew this was going to
let's
happen.
get this figured out because we need to sort this out, right?
Mhm.
It's important.
Are there other humans? Wait, are there other things in this world
Yeah,
other than
yeah.
the horse girls?
Yeah. No, literally there's humans. Like they are
Oh,
the
got it.
trainers, they're the citizens, they're the moms of Umas. Like you can have a kid that's a fucking Uma and you're just a human, because like I mentioned, the soul of a dead horse just goes into a prey.
Got it.
Apparently.
Is it
I have
is it
apparently
only
that's confirmed.
horse girls? Are there like
No, there's no
It-
boys. All horses.
No,
Okay.
but is
But
there
is it
like
just horses?
FFA,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
like
horses.
are the FFA rabbits that are
There's no
that are
rabbit
like-
girls.
No, there's no like there's
Hmm.
there are regular animals, there are cats, there are dogs, there are all kind of regular
Mhm.
animals. The only animal that does not exist in this world is a horse. That is it.
Okay. Okay, so it's
I have no idea
replacing-
about
Right.
zebras either, because that might fucking.
I was gonna
confuse-
donkeys perchance?
Yeah,
Well,
let's see. What about
donkey.
that?
I have no fucking idea. I have no idea, honestly.
So any quadruped mammal is really up for, like, okay, now
Right.
what about giraffes?
That's a great point, dude.
Yeah.
It's a horse with a
I've
long
never
neck.
seen one. In
Yeah.
the 5 minutes I've played this game, I haven't seen a giraffe yet. So
But yeah,
seems a little exclusionary, but you know
so
what?
That's the world that we're dealing with here. What you've seen with the conversations and stuff is that each has their own career that's based off of their actual career that they ran, like the races they ran in, the things they overcame, the rivals that they raced against. That's all built into their story. And so the conversations you're having are just the story. Like for example, King Halo is like one of the best stories in my opinion. It's a 1-star Uma, so anybody can jump into the game and play it and go through her career. She's basically a horse that was bred by like the line is legendary, but she was born into what is called the fucking golden generation, and she was the worst of the golden generation basically, and was always trying to live up to that hype. And you can rewrite history basically by being a good trainer and getting her to win those races. And then you get to see like, how would it have been if you made this Uma or this horse that wasn't supposed to win these races, and all of a sudden like become one of the best in the world kind of thing. Those are the stories and the conversations that you're having. So if you ever see the conversations of people talking, that's what you're seeing is the career.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how many of these Umas are there?
Currently in our game in global, I think there's like 30 something, but in Japan right now, there's like 111.
So I guess, Jesus, that's a lot of
the game is 4 years old, to be fair. And they come out with a new one like every month and a half.
Right. Of course. So I guess my question is like, I think it would be good to get an understanding of like what the daily gameplay loop. I know you've kind of I always do this. This is the second time I've done this on this podcast. Dove into. There you go.
Yeah.
You've kind of touched on different facets of the gameplay loop, but like I'm Eric, metaphorically, not literally. I log into the game. Like, what does my next hour look like, or 10 minutes, or like, what does that look like?
So yeah, I wrote a little blurb about what this game is. It's basically a sports sim roguelite with good stories and cute animated girls trying to be their absolute best selves. That's literally what the game is. What you go into is when you've got your deck, you pick your Uma. They all have special, like their careers are all based off of, like I said, the races they ran and what they are good at. So some of them, there's 4 different kinds of races. There's there's sprints, miles, mediums, and longs. Obviously, just like in real life, some horses are better at others. So you see their aptitudes based off of a G to an A being the highest. And then through other means, you can bump that up in their career to an S. And that improves whatever stat you need it to be. So you kind of look at that and then you build your deck based off of that. Like, okay, this character they're good at building their stamina, so we don't have to worry too much about their stamina. So we want to make up for other like lower stats that they have. And then you go in and you're presented with 5 choices. You have speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. And that's all at the bottom. And you have a percentage-based chance. And it'll say at the beginning, you have a full bar energy. It says 0% for all of the things. Failure, you're going to be good. You can do whatever you want. And you can pick based off of what is the most like highly, like the high number, go off of that. You can go off of friendship bonuses, which are a whole other thing. That's a minute thing that I can get into later. But you're basically just picking like, okay, like for example, Phil, probably if you want to actually do a run, pick Sakura Bakshino. She is a very easy person to do. All you do is throw 6 fucking speed cards on her deck and train speed and literally nothing else because she doesn't need anything else. And you'll get through the game, no problem. But then you have other characters that need stamina, power based off of what style of running they are. So that's the gist, is basically you're bumping stats up. You get to the race. It says place top 5 or fail. So you get top 5. Great. Move on to the next goal. Next goal, okay, place top 5 again, but it's a harder race this time. Then you get deeper and deeper. You have 3 years, and it's every turn is like 2 weeks time. So it goes by pretty quick. You don't have to watch the races either. You can click view results just to see did you win or lose. and then you basically go through, and eventually it's like you got to place first. You have to win this race or it's game over. But you have like 3 tries per. You can fail 3 times using these like little. It's a consumable item because it's a fucking gotcha game, right? They want you to. But so you can you get 1 free one per day, and then you can use the other 2, and it's basically just going and going and going. And then when you complete all of their goals, you get the post game, which is typically just like a tournament, basically, depending on what career you or what scenario you pick. Right now we have 2, and they both end the same way, where it's like you're going against the best of the best in 3 more races for the qualifier, semifinal, and final. And then if you do it, congratulations, you're the best. And then your career's over, and you see what stats you got. That's a whole run, basically.
So what happens if you get game over? Like, do you have to start the whole run
what's
over?
the fail state?
The fail state is you lose, like, say you gotten into your senior year, which is your last year. And so those races are now like win. You have to win these races or it's over. And you place second. Okay. I'm going to use, it's an alarm clock. So because it's viewed as a dream, right? So you wake up your Uma again and then redo the day. And so you do it, you fail again. Okay. I got 2 more chances. You do it, you fail, you fail. The run ends. You go to the end screen, and you still get the same thing where you get to use your skill points to choose skills that you can unlock that then you can use in a PvP environment in later times. Oh yeah, Nate, there's PvP and it's fucking competitive. Like the actual thing of me shooting into the ceiling, when that episode fucking came out, there was a PvP championship that I was in. Like literally. So it was very timely that I went through the ceiling. So that's what happens when you fail a run. So you can still get a pretty good Uma out of a failed run, but obviously you want to finish the run because you get extra bonuses, because by meeting goals you get stat buffs and things like that. So that's what a fail is. You fail and then you have to start over, because this is a roguelite game. That's what it is. Like legitimately it's just roguelite every single time.
And that was my question, and I apologize if you already touched on this, but so is there like a meta progression that you're hitting on, like for your, like across the board that's working under the hood?
Yes. So if you want to just beat careers and see all of the stories and stuff like that, that's completely viable, because legitimately multiple people in my chat that follow me for other things have been like, why is this story actually good? Because sometimes it is actually really well written, like that King Halo one. Because these stories, the other thing that's like one of the reasons why this game is so cool is the stuff that they're taking from King Halo. Like I mentioned before, is from a pedigree of a very legendary horse. That's not only the reason why they did this story. The jockey that rode King Halo for most of his career also was a legend, like the son of a legendary jockey. And so they combined that story to make it so that the mom of King Halo, who was a legendary horse, or who was a legendary racer, is like calling her constantly after races and being like, oh man, the person you lost against did so good. Like, why aren't you better? You need to just come home. You need to quit. And it's like overcoming, being like, no, you're fucking incredible. Like, we need to get you through this. Or fucking, there's one about a horse with depression, like straight up depression. And she copes by just leaving everything to chance and believing in lucky charms and things like that, so that she never actually has to think about the fact that like she has to try hard. Or Rice Shower, which is like a horse that played spoiler, basically like played spoiler to 2 legendary horses on their run to doing something that no one's had ever done before. And because of that, Japan.
What does that mean? What?
So there was 2, basically he won a race 2 separate times against Mihono Bourbon, which was on track to be a undefeated Triple Crown winner, which I think we all kind of understand what that means in the equivalent in Japan. And then he also beat Mejuro McQueen in the Tenno-sho Spring, I believe, which Mejuro McQueen would have won it twice in a row, like back-to-back years, which had never been done before. But Rice Shower won both of those races. And Japan fucking hated this horse for it, because it played spoiler, because it was not supposed to win this race, and people lost a ton of money. And so Rice Shower's whole story is that nothing she does is right. Everything she does is like brings bad luck to people. And you as a trainer, because every trainer is the character, the way they're written is made to fit that Uma. So like my character in Rice Shower, like you're making some choices here and there, but for the most part, it's an authored story of the trainee and the trainer. And like, you're just basically going through and being like, Rice, like, no, you're fucking incredible. Like, and then at the end, people realize, because this is what happened in real life, people realize how beloved Rice Shower is, and people end up loving her and like all that stuff. So you go through these highs and lows and all this stuff. And it's like a legitimately good story. And you can do that by just getting all of your stats to like 600, which is fairly manageable. And that's completely non-meta. They'll all be ass in competitive, but you'll get through the story like no problem. If you get your first 3 stats to 600 and then like the other 2 around like 300, you'll be good. And you can completely do that and have no problem. So like that's one way to play, and that's completely viable. But the way I play, because I've learned, right? At first I just want to get through the stories and win the final races and stuff. But the metagame of things is basically high rolling and making number go up as most efficiently and as risky as possible. And that's what I do now, unless it's the first time I'm playing a horse. Like I'll do the career and just focus on that because I want to get through the story. But you're basically like, you basically pick the best cards you can get that work best, that give you the best skills, that then you can like efficiently level up those cards in race, that then give you friendship bonuses, that then you can get them all on one training, that then will send your stats sky high basically. So then you're just high rolling, and basically like, instead of being like, oh, I don't really take a risk if it says 18% failure chance, now you're like, I fucking go all the way up to 29% on this bitch because I got to high roll this. So that's basically that. And then you're trying to do the other thing is legacies, which are, they literally recreate like how horse breeding is in real life, where it's like, we took this horse that's really good at distance and this horse that's really fast and put them together and hope that that's the best. You basically do that at the beginning of every run. You pick 2 Umas, whether it's a guest one, which you can get from somebody else. That's usually the best one you can pick. And then one of your own, and they pass down traits through inspiration is what it's called. But everyone in the community just refers to them as parents basically, because that's what it is passing down skills. And you get some at the beginning, some midway through, and some right towards the end of your career. And that's how you can get like buffs, like huge buffs. Like you can get your A if you're proficient in an A in long. If you have a spark is what it's called for long, again, it'll bump it up to S and you'll get another thing. So that's where it's like all this high rolling, all this chance, all this RNG that comes from doing a run, where you can use the exact same fucking cards, the exact same legacy stuff, and it completely plays out differently. Like I did 2 runs yesterday, one on stream, one off stream. The one I did off stream was 1,000 times better than the one I did on stream, and it was exactly the same. Like it's that's where it can be frustrating, but it's also like, holy shit, look at the numbers, they're going up.
Yeah, it's that like serotonin hit. Phil, I can see the gears turning in your head over there.
Oh yeah, they are.
What kind of what questions do you have?
I have a series of questions. Yeah. The biggest reflection I have right now is that I did not expect this to be like the Fire Emblem social stuff.
It's
like 100%. There is so much more of this in there, which is funny because the only touchdown I've had for gacha games in the past are what was it called? Fire Emblem Heroes? That's the one?
Yep.
Which was fine.
Yeah.
But like seemed mean-spirited and money-based.
Mm-hmm.
This seems much more, I mean, I'm like clicking through dialogue like crazy over here, but
you're just getting through it. Yeah.
There is like a lot going on in this game. Like the whole like notion of cards and like maximizing numbers and stuff was like not what I thought this was. Like I thought it was you get your Uma and then you basically, you accept that is a silver C and you just run that through until you're done with that story and you move on to the next one. That's wild. I
knew this was going to be something for you. There was a joke I made to you like early on when I started playing this game. I was like, if Logan ever got his fucking hands on this game, dude.
Oh, it'd be diabolical.
Yeah, because he is a numbers go up efficiency like monster.
Yes.
And that's like, he could honestly be like the biggest Uma YouTuber out there if he like really wanted to, dive into this because that's how his brain works. Because
Yeah.
most of the fucking videos you ever watch on this on like meta stuff are Excel fucking spreadsheets. I swear to God.
That
Like,
checks out. Yep.
Yeah. It is so deep, but if you're listening to this right now and you're like, Eric, that sounds awful, don't worry. Come watch my content. I don't fucking talk about that at all. Like,
yeah, I mean that's the thing is that like I've seen some of the shorts that you put out and stuff, and it's just like, oh, this like, is just fun. Like, is it just like cute anime horse girls run around a circle, and you just like have fun doing that. The like greater depth of this is astounding to me.
It's crazy.
The legacy stuff is also very questionable.
It's wild.
That's a I don't like the lore implications of the legacy thing when we're
I will
already
explain
in
what
weird
actually
horse
happened.
It's a can of lore that I would like to keep corked.
Well, the lore is very simple. It's literally you being inspired. Like nothing actually happens. You like accidentally get called to the 3 goddess statues or whatever that's at the school, and then like a spark happens, and you're inspired by past Umas. That's all that happens. It's not actually. Yeah.
You guys are saying you don't like the lore that is like
I didn't say I didn't like it. I didn't say I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. sorry. I don't want to
just
what
questioning.
Walk me through that, because I think my takeaway is I kind of like what Eric's saying about how we're taking real life stories and we're kind of humanizing them in a weird way. Like through these like anthropomorphic they're creating lore that's based on
it's all real
lore about animals, which is like would you even call that lore so much as it's they're dramatizing like animal lore, which is kind of that to me is kind of fascinating.
If I went right now and looked up Ogre Recap, the star of Cinderella Grey, the anime that's ongoing in the manga, if I looked up her race record, I would be spoiled for the anime because it's all like exactly what happens kind of thing. Like,
I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's very cool, dude.
Yeah, I think that's neat.
Cool. Like that's the stuff. So the game is fun, right? That's not what's kept me going. The community is like the coolest fucking community because like they take old art that people have done that are on Japanese, they translate it, they like give lore, they give retrospects, they like point out like Twin Turbo is a racehorse that was like really bad but won one race, and it was basically like beloved because of like determination, right? And it's a front runner, which means it runs in the front of the pack, but it's a super front runner and it runs as far as fucking in front as possible and tries not to burn out and get first. And I was like, oh, that's cute. The reason why it's designed that way and the reason she runs like that is because the real Twin Turbo was terrified of other horses. So the horse was just running for its fucking life. And that's why.
It's so sad.
I would not have known that if it wasn't for this community. I would have just been like, oh, it's a front runner. Like there's a front runner, pace chaser, late surger, and end closer. Those are the 4 different types. And I would just thought, oh, it's a front runner. It's terrified of horses. Other horses scared it. So it just fucking ran as fast as it could away from everything. And it's so funny. Like the stuff you find out about this game, like, I know so much about fucking horse lore now, and like how the fact that Marzinski is one of the best racehorses of all time in Japan, but was during the 80s or 70s actually, when they didn't allow foreign born horses to enter in other races. So it was entering in these races and winning by like 8 lengths average, which is fucking huge. And to the point where one of its final races, there was only 5 other horses because people refused to race this horse kind of thing. Like there's so much I know about it because now it's just become sports knowledge because that's what it is. It is all just sports knowledge. It's real life sports history, which is another thing I love.
Yeah. So do you have a sports history bone in you? Like, is that where, like, is that another piece of Eric lore? Is that like, you just know baseball stats or something?
I do know baseball stats, football stats, and late 90s to 2010 NBA stats. I am a big sports fan, like, and especially sports history. I still pay attention to football. That's the main thing I watch. But overall, like the history of sports, like when I get sick, I watch sports documentaries. Like I watch the fucking earthquake that happened during the World Series. I watch like fastball, which is all about like the development of the fastball and things like that. Like I fucking love sports history. So that's another thing on top of all of this that like, it adds to it. And then just finding out like, why is this character designed like this? When you see a weird quirk about a horse, like, why is it like that? There's a reason, right? Like, why is that Uma like depicted that way? One of the good ones is, so Super Creek. I don't know if Super Creek is a very motherly figure in the game, and it like treats your trainer like a baby basically. And I was always like weirded out. I was like, why the fuck? This is so weird. I'm sure this is just like some like, typical anime bullshit that they're doing. Come to find out, Super Creek was jockeyed by Yu Takatake, which is like currently and still like the greatest jockey of all time. And Super Creek, specifically when Yu Takatake was like picking a horse, pulled on him to be like, hey, let me be your first horse, and got his attention, and was like the mother to his like exceptional career. And that's why they did it. And I'm like, shit like that is like insane.
Yeah.
And like there's plenty of different things where I'm like, the way they look into the jockeys, the way they look into the horses, the way they look into the horses' legacies. Another good one is Manhattan Cafe. Manhattan Cafe is haunted by a ghost that is referred to as her friend. And for the longest time I was like, that's fucking weird. Why did they, what was this horse haunted? Like, what the fuck? Come to find out, one of the like the horse that is basically like the grandfather of basically every or great grandfather of a lot of Umamusume like horses that then went on to be Umas, is Sunday Silence, which was an American horse that then went to Japan and then was like bred basically the best horses in Japan, and now almost every good racehorse is related to him. He was a direct descendant was Manhattan Cafe. They looked identical. And the reason Sunday Silence is not in the game is because they don't have the rights, because they do not have rights to any horses outside of Japan. So they put him in as a ghost that haunts Manhattan Cafe, because Sunday Silence is this legendary horse that Manhattan Cafe is always trying to catch up to. Like,
it's so
ghosts.
like
there's ghosts. Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. Like, but it's so smart. Like, that's
it is so smart.
That honestly is like the most fascinating thing for me, is like the way they're taking this animal history and personalities and like their relationships with their jockeys and turning them into actual storylines.
I can tell you the most fucked up one.
Oh boy, here we go.
The one that just came out a couple months ago in Japan is called Still in Love. It was a triple tiara champion, which is triple crown for specifically female horses. And this is a horror story for breeding horses. Basically, they inbreded the horse too much, and I think it was called like a 5x5. So there was like, they shared the two horses that bred to make Still in Love were like, the two of them shared a grandparent or something like that, which is fucking bad. And like, it was looked down upon, but the horse was great, so no one fucking cared. Little did they know, like a little bit after the 3-year mark, Still in Love was like super attached to this specific jockey. And so one time, Still in Love, they won the race. They did great. And then the jockey is seen with his fiance. Still in Love sees that, is never the same, goes crazy, completely changes its mind, and eventually like dies within a year from like literally like, because it was so obsessed with its jockey.
It was like heartbroken.
Yes. So what they did in Umamusume is they made it a yandere. And as you go further into the career, the game gets fucked up because she is like more and more obsessed with you as you go through the career. It's incredible. It's insane.
Jesus.
I mean, they're having fun with it, which
yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely have fun with it. And then you have fucking Gold Ship, which is a meme horse that still exists, who was one of the best of all time, whose jockey in real life said, like, other people pray for a good race, I pray for Gold Ship to be normal. That was literally what he would say before every race, because when Gold Ship decided to win, dominated. Then sometimes he'd just be like, fuck it, and like not want to race. And that is why she is like the unofficial mascot of, if you go to my page, a lot of my notifications are Gold Ship, because she's just a fucking demon of a horse. It's so fucking funny. because if you've also ever seen a white horse floating around on the internet making a weird face, it's most likely gold chip. Like when I first saw a picture of gold chip, I was like, holy shit, I've been seeing this horse for like a decade and I didn't realize it because
so let me ask you, Eric. So we talked about the lore. You touched briefly on the community, which I know you could wax poetic about, but we can just see it based on the way that you interact on your streams. We talked about the sicko sports stats.
Yes.
What is it that, because it's easy to say it's the sum of all parts, but like what of those parts is like the one that's really driving you back day after day?
Legitimately, it's probably like the careers as a whole, like getting a good run, right? Like getting that God run where things are going well feels like electric, where you're just like, holy shit, I have just enough energy to hit this one. And it's like, normally it's like a speed bump of 20, but I got the high roll. So it's like 60 or 70, or when you get all 5 of your friendship trainings on one thing and you see it in big fucking red letters, it's like 100 and you're like, holy shit, like those things. And then like watching those horses, then you go into what's called the champions meetings that happen like every 3 weeks for the global, because we're on an accelerated schedule, which I didn't mention. We're on an accelerated schedule to like catch up with Japan in like 2.5-3 years, which is crazy. So like,
because they had it before us, right?
They've had it since 2021, so they're 4 years ahead, and we already passed the half anniversary, which the game's only been out since June. So like we're at a pretty fast rate of things. But you go into those champions meetings and then you see like your fucking horses like either not do good or whatever. And like that's the fun. Like I don't really care too much if I lose, right? Like when it comes to the champions meetings, but I want to at least put up a fight and like see how far I go and things like that. Like that competitive side of me comes out. And it's just enjoyable to be like, oh yeah, like let's see if we can do this, because you are trying to make like the best horse that you can. That's the fun for it.
Do you worry that because you said you're playing on an accelerated pace? Do you worry that the day that we catch up and things inevitably slow down a little bit, those numbers start to slow up, that changes your like viewpoint on the game?
Maybe, but that's like 2.5 years from now. So
yeah,
that I like, if I'm still playing Umamusume in 2.5 years, I'll honestly be like impressed, right? Like if I'm still streaming that shit, unless like it really starts to blow up and I make a fucking career out of it, like I might end up like stop. Like I don't know if I'll be streaming 2.5 years from now, you know. And it legitimately, when I want to just do a daily, right? Like when I'm close to, when I know there's like a week away from a champions meeting, I'm doing 3 runs a day to make sure that I'm like trying to get as much as I can. But those are like throughout the day. And then when I just want, I'm like, I just want to get the daily free stuff. Like takes 20-25 minutes to get through a run real quick and just be like, because it's like win a career, do team trials, not win a career, win a racing career, complete a career, which you can fail a career and that counts. So like if you really want to get through it, you just go through and make a shitty horse and just get through,
just get it out there.
And then do all the other stuff. So like there's been times like I definitely miss the bit of time where it was like from June to I think early September, where there wasn't any champions meetings yet. So there wasn't really anything to prepare for, where I was just like, oh yeah, this is fun. Let's just run a career. We haven't done this career on stream. Let's do that. But I am going to start doing that again with characters that I've never done the career with, because I have a couple. And then obviously at the time of recording, she's not out yet. But by the time this episode comes out, Manhattan Cafe would have already come out. I would have already pulled for her, would have already done her career, which is great. So like I'm going to do like, because people loved I pulled on the Hishiaka Bono, which another incredible Uma, who was like the biggest G1 winner of all time in Japan, also has the grandmother was named Godzilla, like literally. And so she's depicted as like a goddamn Uma, or a kaiju Uma in that game, which is incredible.
That's hilarious.
But I did her whole career. Like I pulled on her banner, got that character, and then went right into her career and streamed for like, cause like, you know, reading, watching the races, all that stuff. It took like 3 hours. So it's like a full ass, like little short game that you're doing. And people loved it. So I'm going to try to do that more because that part is enjoyable than just being like, all right, it's time to sweat and like make sure this goes well. Cause then if it doesn't, then you're like, fuck no. Cause you can tell when a run is busted, like by the, like
you can,
halfway through,
already.
you're like, fuck, but you still go through because what's nice is you can get a good parent run, right? You can go through and it's like, okay, if they get good enough stats to get a good enough sparks that they can then pass on to an Uma in the future, then it's still kind of worth your time. So you can salvage those runs too. It's not like oh man, it's a bust, we waste our time. It's like, no, just pivot from going from it's called an ace run, right? This is your ace. And then you just pivot to a parent or legacy run, like, and just do your best from there. So it's interesting. And I am curious how long this will last, but honestly, like making clips and just talking about fucking sports history on stream about horses that I learn about all the time is real nice.
Yeah. This feels like laser targeted at you in a very interested in a new way. How is the gacha stuff? Like you talk about polling for Manhattan Cafe, like how does that work? How much money you put in this game? How's it going?
It is not that great because if I'm not very familiar with gacha games in general, this is actually my first like non like Magic the Gathering gacha game. And Japan has a weird, like they have their weird philosophy on it compared to, I think it's Korean gacha games where they're like, it's called pity, right? When you're pulling on a banner, it's very similar to like, if you've ever played Magic Arena, you fill up the bars and you'll get a card that you can redeem for whatever. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to open a bunch of stuff for that. But with this, the pity is 200 pulls, which equates to, if you had 0 carats is what the premium currency is called.
Of course.
If you had 0 carats,
yes.
Carats, like the diamond carats too, which is great. If you were to spend like real money to get 30,000 carats, which is the amount you need to pity either a card banner or an Uma banner, which that's the other thing that kind of sucks. The game, everybody wants to play the characters. The real game is getting good support cards, like building a good deck. So it's like pull on the banners, max out the cards because you need 5 copies to like max limit break them. And that's when they're their best, right? But that's not fun. It's fun pulling the Umas and getting the new characters and getting the new stories because they're basically all these little mini games that you're unlocking.
Yeah.
But 30,000 carats without the discounts that they do sometimes, without the, like when they have half anniversaries, they give like the good bundles and things like that. I think is like $300. Which is not fucking good.
Can I have fun doing this, not spending anything?
That's what I was going to say. That's the thing, though, is Cygames is incredibly generous with free carat currency. So, like, Phil is going to start this game, and if he actually does, like, all the free shit that they have, he'll come out of there with, like, 30,000 plus carats just from the free things. I have spent money for sure, but, like, it's also kind of an investment in my stream. But like, I don't think I spent money back in summer because there was a card it's basically a card came out that like it goes in every deck and it's still viable in Japan to this day. And I was like, I'm not missing that kind of thing. And they're doing a rerun now, Phil, in like 2 weeks. So, you know, you might want to save up. I can tell you about re-rolling I didn't do that, but you can re-roll for that card specifically. You basically just make a new account and do all the free stuff. It's crazy. You don't have to do that, but if you want, you can. And honestly, I think the pity should be cut in half. I think it should be 15,000 carats. I think it should be 100 pulls. And I think that's way more manageable with our accelerated schedule for people to be able to get one Uma they want a month. Where I will say that Umamusume is different from other games is like, you have a character banner, you can only get that character on this banner, right? In a lot of other gacha games. Like, this is the new character you have to pull right now or you'll never get it again. What happens is, well, I'll just use Manhattan Cafe. Manhattan Cafe's banner, she's the new one. She has a higher chance as a 3-star to be pulled than any other 3-star on this banner. It's not a high amount, but it's there. Any 3-star Uma that's come out since the beginning of the game until Manhattan Cafe can be pulled on that banner. So you can get surprised by other Umas in the future. Same with cards. It's the same. no matter the banner you pull on, you have a chance of getting anything that exists in the game at any time, which is good. Apparently a lot of gotchas don't do that. I still think the pity should be cut in half. And I think, but they have given us a lot of more free stuff to keep up with the accelerated schedule. But it is the one thing I can complain about the game. But the game is completely free to play. Like, I think Chris, I don't think he spent any money, and he enjoys the game, and he has most of the Umas that I don't have, and I have Umas that he doesn't have. Like, it's just the way the game works, kind of thing. So yeah, the gotcha system could be better, but it has its pluses with that. Like, if you were to pick the game up in 4 years, pull on a banner, you could get any horse that came out in the last 4 years, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, that's cool. Can you get dupes?
Yes.
Do I grind my bad horses into glue to make other horses?
Kind of. Yeah. People have the glue factory. Kinda. You do a transfer, basically. But basically whenever you pull a horse,
dark.
That's not, no, that's completely what it's called. Like, the community calls it the glue factory. It's fine.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. But what happens is when you pull a character, you'll get a set number of star pieces. And then, so the 3 stars usually come with 60, but if they're the banner, they come with like 90. Mm-hmm. And then you use those star pieces to level up your Uma. Okay. So if you dupe a bunch, you'll unlock, like, you'll have a 1 star. You can get it all the way up to 5 stars if you pull that Uma enough.
Okay. You can dust them.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then there's also just like that's their star level, which raises their base stats. So it makes each run a little easier. And their ultimate ability that they have they have from the start levels up as well based on their star system. Then there's the potential one, which they all come with abilities you can unlock by buying skill points, and you can level up their potential by like spending like in-game items that you get that are like all available for free in the game. You just have to play the game, kind of thing. So that's what happens with like dupes. You can level up the stars and stuff. Okay. Any other questions? I love this. This is great. I can answer your questions all day.
No, I mean, you're definitely you are definitely speaking my language. With some of the stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I guess my question for you, before, I don't want to spoil anything, I guess my question for you is, the 3 of us, we've been potting for a minute, right?
Yes.
You're saying things that I like. I like the lore stuff that you're talking about. Like, I think that's really interesting. The Vampire Survivors and Balatro fan in me is definitely interested in the number go up serotonin hit. Yeah. Knowing the 3 of us, Eric, what would be your elevator pitch to get us into this game? Because I'll give you the heads up. You're sounding pretty interesting, but what are you going to get to push me over the edge, to push Phil over the edge? Well, it sounds like Phil's already in.
I was going to say, Nate I knew with Phil, once I got into the number go up and like optimization, I knew that was gonna, and then the fact that like, you don't have to, I watch the races during stream because it's fun to like, I can catch up with chat. I can talk about the horses. I can talk about the lore. It gives me opportunities to kind of explain. When I play by myself, I view results. I go through those races, view results. It's quick. Like when you do it that way. And eventually you get like into a flow state because you've been using the same deck with the same Uma, trying to get the best version. You get into a flow state where you can very quickly be like, this is the best one. This is the best, like, this is the best stat to raise right now. This is when to rest. This is when not to rest, kind of thing. For Phil, that's like, it's a perfect game he could play on his phone on a commute and try there. And you can transfer over stuff. The only thing that doesn't transfer between PC and your phone is paid carrots, which I don't think is going to be an issue for you. Yep. So you'll be good there. You just have to set up that transfer and it does it instantly. Like, it is instant. Like, I can go on my phone right now, set up a run, close out of the app, open it up on my computer, and I'm in that run right away. Yeah, it's very quick. Nate, hyper competitive multiplayer, like crazy fucking sweaty multiplayer, like to a point where it is, I get I'm blessed when I make it to the finals in competitive. Like that's about all I can say. I don't know how much you like anime girls. If you do, you got plenty of them. The community is very wholesome.
I actually have a gripe against horses. So
okay. Well, that's shit. Guess what? They're not horses.
Man, he's horses.
Horses.
Oh man, I would like to
Nate was going to be the toughest nut to crack on that one. So
yeah,
I figured. But the other thing I do want to point out with this community too is like the side games and the people that they've made the deals with to get the rights for these horses. They're very protective of these horses, so they legitimately are like the community self-polices a lot of like any kind of fan art and stuff like that, to the point where I'm like, oh cool, this isn't just a gross anime community. Like you have to like, it is not just like a bunch of fan service stuff that's posted all over the place. It's like mostly wholesome, which is like, I was like, this community's been around since 2018 when the anime came out, and it's still managed to maintain this level of wholesomeness. I'm like, that's super impressive.
Yeah, I think that was the thing that kind of like concerned me. Like just I'll say it. Like it concerned me, like because things like this can go off the rails real fast. Mm-hmm. And the fact that, like you said, I mean, we'll obviously take your word for it. The fact that there's still that level of respect.
You have to like it's there for the medium, right? Like you're gonna find that in literally any community,
anywhere.
Yeah.
But
Johnny, for you, very easy. You can play it on your phone. Races are really hype, and number go up.
Well, let me tell you something, Eric. Let me
download it on your phone.
Fucking got it, dog. I fucking got it, dog.
2 for 3. Let's go.
I'm in, big dog. I'm there. I'm right there.
Hell yeah. I would say, like, for that first run, when you go through the tutorial, make sure you are reading the stuff because it can be confusing. Just the tutorial.
I'm gonna start over.
You don't have to fucking read if you don't want to read the career stuff, you don't have to do that. There's plenty of people that literally just play this as a sports sim and that's it. And like, you can completely do that because you can turn off, you can do super skip, and then you can turn off the thing where it's like, don't skip over new stuff. You can turn that shit off and just through everything. And that's totally fine. Complete respect, because it's still hype as shit to like get a clean race and see all the cool stuff that happens. So if you guys need tips, let me know. Let Chris know. He's been in my streams. Show up on my streams, ask me questions. I can literally show you right then and there. But I hope you guys have fun with it. This was great talking about it, and I love this fucking game, which is crazy. Like I never in a million goddamn years would I think 10 years ago when I started making content for the first time, Eric, what's going to take you over 1,000 followers on TikTok and almost 400 subscribers on YouTube? It's going to be a horse girl game. I would have been like, the fuck are you talking about?
And also love it.
And I love it, right? Like that's the thing. I'm not doing this for the fucking hype train. Like I just enjoy doing this. Come watch me stream it. I'm just having fun. Like that's all it is. Yeah. Also, if you like anime, like legitimately go watch season 1 of Pretty Derby. The base one is not that good. Season 3 is okay. Season 2 that focuses on Tokai Teo is like a legit good ass sports anime. The 3 different movies, there's 2 movies. There's Beginning of a New Era, which is you have to go searching for that one. And then there's Road to the Top, which is completely all 4 parts of it. It's just 4 anime episodes made basically as a movie, are completely free on YouTube. It rips. It's beautiful. And then currently on Amazon Prime, if you're in the US, is Cinderella Grey, which is by far the best anime they've done so far. So that's the other thing is like, if you don't really like the game, but you're really, really interested in this world, there's so much to consume because they have 2 ongoing animes or 2 ongoing mangas, 1 ongoing anime, more stuff in the works. Like there's so much of this community that you can just enjoy that you don't necessarily even have to touch the game if you don't want to, which is cool.
And you're like watching legit ass Japanese horse racing now.
Yeah. Yes,
like it is.
I watched the Japan Cup on Saturday. I stayed up until 11:30 at night to watch the Japan Cup. It was insane. A record was broken, and a horse that the horse that finished the race first did not have a jockey, so it was disqualified. It was absolutely insane.
What did he do? Did he fly away? What the hell happened?
Literally, the horse at the beginning, right at the gate, tripped, reared back, and the jockey flew off of him, and he ran the rest of the race and technically won, but obviously did not. But he was ahead, like a full head in front of the person who actually won. And it was insane to watch. And so I'm going to be watching. This is like the end of the year and the beginning of the year, because there's a real horse, it's in Umamusume and it's in real life. So that's the other thing. The Hopeful Stakes is like 2-year-old racing. And it's like basically the beginning of like, whoever wins this or whoever does good in this is going to be good next year. And it's like, now you can pay attention to these. Like, Forever Young just won the Breeders' Cup in the US. I don't know if you guys pay attention to that shit at all. It's the first Japanese horse to ever win the Breeders' Cup, which is the most prestigious race in the US. I think 15 minutes after Forever Young won, the Umamusume official page released a silhouette of Forever Young, because it is going to be an Uma. And I'm like, bro, that shit's crazy. Like, they were like locked and ready. They're like, Forever Young's going to win. Boom, posted. And then the fucking community went crazy. Like, it's nuts.
That's awesome.
Dude. Yeah, it's so cool. Like, there's so much to it. And it's like, yeah, there's just like so many little details that I find out like every day about a new Uma that I'm just like, holy shit. That's why there's so many clips of me just talking about like real ass horses, because like, oh, why is this like this? Because it actually fucking happened in real life. Like, what do you mean this horse fractured its leg 3 times, didn't race for a year, and then won the biggest race of the year a year after it didn't race? Like, that shit's crazy, dude. Like, and it actually happened.
Yeah, it's so cool. Nuts. It's cool how much like care and like depth they put into this thing.
And you can feel it. Yeah, you can feel it. Like, when you play the games and you read the stories, you can be like, they fucking read their shit, dude. Like, they because that's the thing is, they have to go to the owners and be like, hey, we want to use your horse. This is what we have.
Get the rights. Yeah.
They have to get the rights. Like, and these horses, a lot of them are long dead, and the owners think of these horses fondly. So it's like, you're taking their dead child basically and being like, let me like honor them in whatever way. Like, I would never know like most of these horses. I know some horses in the US, right? Like, I know Secretariat, Seabiscuit, I know Big Brown. Like, I know some of these horses that I paid attention to growing up, because I always pay attention to like Kentucky Derby. I know way more fucking Japanese horses than I ever have known about the US because of this game. And I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. Like, that's a cool thing.
Awesome.
The whole concept of horse licensing is something that's never even slightly crossed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought they just existed.
Yeah, no. I know. Still, Johnny coming in and being like, what do you mean it's a real horse? I'm like, yeah, dude, a real horse just fucking died. I'm playing as that horse in Umamusume now. No clue.
Man. Yeah, Eric, dude, that was really fun, dude. You know, like, obviously we joke and it's for the memes or whatever, but I have like a genuine love of peeking into why someone loves something that I do not understand.
This is the beginning of a series, baby. This is the beginning of a series. Who's next?
100%. You know, it's one of those things where I remember when I first started dating my girlfriend, and this was right around the time that Final Fantasy VII Remake came out.
Okay.
And Final Fantasy VII Remake does some like crazy lore bending things to the Final Fantasy franchise. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was one of those ones where like I was one of the only people that was playing this game at the time, and I had to talk to someone about it. And I was like, so I went to her and I was like, I need to tell you why this thing, and she does not game. She doesn't give a shit about any of this stuff. I go, I need to tell you why this thing is cool. Right. Mm-hmm. And it was very much one of those like, all right, babe, well, like whatever, if you like it, that I love it for you. You know what I mean? And it's very much I've always had that same genuine interest, like with the Umamusume stuff. Like, again, the memes aside, it's fascinating to see these layers that are so not apparent to someone like me who just goes like, oh, here's a gotcha game about horse girls
Yep.
racing. I didn't, but when you start to peel all these layers back and really get like a better understanding of what's going on under the hood and seeing how much fun is to be had there, like all that lore stuff about, you know, kind of, I've touched on it now. This is the third time, but it really is fascinating. Like all this lore stuff that's going on about the real world stories of these animals is so cool to me. I think it's you've turned a corner for me, dude. I think it's really fascinating, and I'm so happy that you love something the way that you do like that. It's really cool.
It's wild, man. Like, yeah, you talked about like another minute detail is like if you see an Uma in their base race wear, like everything designed on there, because they have alternate outfits that they release, like classic gotcha shit. But those original designs are designed in a way that typically will like match their personalities, match the outfits that their jockeys wore while riding them. So that's their color scheme. And then you have little details like Gold Ship, for whatever reason, they're like mostly red and white. And then on the back of her legs, she has black ribbons. And it's like, why does she have black ribbons? Oh, because horses with black ribbons tied to their tails kick a lot. And what does Gold Ship do? She fucking drop kicks you when she wins a race. Like, it's
like little
incredible
details
stuff.
like that.
It's insane. Like when every little thing you're like, why did they do that? And then there's a reason. It's not just because they're like, oh yeah, like we thought it'd be funny. It's like, no, there's a reason for that. It's crazy. That's
awesome, dude. Yeah. Thank you for letting us peek into
literally
your love of Umamusume. As like Eric mentioned, I think this is the start of maybe some type of series that we're going to be putting together, kind of peeking into the things that we adore that maybe the others don't really understand. So if you want to see more things like that, make sure you leave a comment below. Let us know. It definitely goes a long way. I think we're gonna put a pin in it there. Yeah, fellas. I gotta get some dinner. You know what I mean? It was awesome seeing the Umamusume love that you have, Eric. I really appreciated it. Before we go, I always like to ask everyone, what are they up to? Where can the people find you? Nate, Heroic Headgear. What are you up to, my friend?
I'm making helmets. That's a lot of it.
That's the name.
All right.
Yep. We've got the first helmet of 2026 ready to go. It's the I'll just show it again.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
so
Every
good.
episode, do it. Yeah.
It's so good. It's
sick.
the Doom the Dark Ages Doomslayer helmet. And I think I'm gonna do something fun with it. Like instead of just the standard paint job it has in the game, I might do something like a little cell shaded or like cartoony. Yeah, so that'll be a fun one. That'll be a month of January.
Did your Dead Space helmet get sent out yet, or is that it behind you?
It's still behind me. I have been putting off doing the final actual like choosing of who wins. So we'll do that soon.
We gotta keep us updated on that. Yeah.
I'm
very curious where that goes.
Phil, where can the people find you? What are you up to?
You can find me at 70percentcomplete.com. Hopefully, I will be finishing up the Avowed video that will be out, God willing. You can also catch me on Twitch every Tuesday playing Umamusume.
I'll fucking be there, Phil. I'll be there, Phil. I swear to God, man. Oh my God.
No, you can catch me on the website, and maybe I'll have something about this cool little horse girl game. I don't know. Maybe 2026 is the year of the horse girl.
Is it? Wait, is it Chinese New Year? Is it the year of the horse? Hold on.
Oh my God, that'll
be huge,
dude. Your content next year is going to be so lit.
Let's see.
Is it the year? What is it?
Year of the horse is 2026.
No fucking way, bro.
You're lying.
It's meant to be.
Yeah.
It's the year of the horse. That's a free 1,500 carats right there from Side Games, guaranteed. February 17th. Fucking mark your calendars. You're going to get free shit.
Dude. Year of Umamusume, dude.
All right.
Well, Eric, aside from prepping for Chinese New Year, what are you up to, and where can the people find you?
Okay, so this is actually the one where I can be like, hey, if you've made it this far, go to my fucking TikTok and Twitch and follow me at Mr. The Human Plays on Twitch and then Mr. The Human on TikTok, because that's where all the Uma content is. I now watch live horse racing to start my stream, so get there early. I just watched 3 crazy races on Monday. And then by now, I think the Cody Goatee is officially out with me and Phil and Chris, Mr. The Nerdlies, and Mr. The Cognitive Clips, talking for probably 4 hours, I would guess, is where I think is going to land. Where we talk about our top 5 games of the year, games of the other years, and honorable mentions. So go check out that monster of an episode. And then next year it's going to be 6 hours because I have to get everyone involved in Cody on that, including Chris and Cog, because they were a part of my crew prior to their own. Well, Chris was always his own stuff, but prior to Dido, Cog was a part of my stuff. So they're grandfathered in and stuck with me forever.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, and join the Discord.
Guys,
join the Discord.
Yes.
Cody.pika.page. Come talk to us. There's more Umamusume players every day, every moment. It's happening.
Sure,
I got Phil and Johnny. It's happening. Yeah, come talk to us about Uma stuff. It's great. It's got its own separate thread. Don't worry. If you don't want it, it's fine.
Oh my gosh. And guys, if you don't know already, my name is Gianni. You can find me over on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok. Look me up, Gianni DeCrossa, on my YouTube, posting my reviews, previews, and impressions. And in fact, by today, I will have released my Dispatch full review after 2 whole playthroughs. So make sure you go check that out on YouTube at Gianni DeCrosta. Guys, if you don't know already, make sure you give the Content Mill a follow. Make sure you leave a comment below. Let us know what your thoughts are on Umamusume. What game do you love to play that people just do not understand? Make sure you let us know. Give us a follow. Give us a subscription. Go check out the Content Mill podcast over on TikTok. Go check out the Content Mill podcast over on Instagram. We're everywhere now. We're always posting our short form clips, long form clips over on YouTube. Make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you give us a sub. Fellas, it has been an awesome episode peeking into Eric's brain. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Umafoy.